So we're going to take some tomatoes. We're going to do a roasted salsa. We're going to just chop up the tomatoes roughly. You can take out the green stuff here. We take an onion, we do the same thing. Very rough, right? Take habanero. Everybody knows the habanero chili and serrano chili. The serrano chili, depending on the season, can be very, very spicy or not so spicy. So how do you figure out how spicy this thing is? It's interesting enough, you can do that by smelling it. This smells more like a sweet pepper, so the smell of sweet pepper is probably not as spicy. When you smell this chili smell, it's very pungent, right? It almost bites your nose a little bit. Then you know it's a spicy chili without having to taste it. Right? A lot of people work with gloves when they work with chilies because they're very sensitive and they're very scared of what they're going to touch after, right? Bad thing to go to the bathroom, I can tell you. Or you can just taste if you have the guts to taste, right? So for this salsa, we're going to use a habanero. The habanero is the spiciest chili right after the ghost chili. It has about 800,000 Scoville units in it. So that's how it's measured, right? Scoville units. So you've got a 3 million Scoville unit, 2 million is the ghost, and then the next one is the habanero with about 800,000. Habanero cubano is the spiciest of all of them. That's the purple one. When you ever see those, they are nasty. Nasty little buggers. And we go roast a little garlic for this particular one. So we're just going to throw this on a sheet pan. We actually don't have enough tomato on this one. Just throw a bit of chili in there. We just do it all like that. Get that green stuff out of the way. Alright? And put a little bit of oil on it. A little bit of salt and pepper. And that's your salsa done. Put it in the oven and we do TV magic, right? One in, one out. No paper. So with our TV magic, now we have roasted tomato, roasted garlic, onion, and chili, all mixed. And what you do, you just take that, either throw it in the blender, or use a mortar and a pestle and just smash it down, right? So, yeah, we're going to mash this. Because Louis didn't bring his mortar this morning. So he has to mash it. He bought me this. Okay. And I said, maybe it doesn't work for 20 people. A good thing when you make stuff at home, the whole concept and idea behind this book was really how do you do recipes to entertain at home that are easy to make, that are easy to pre-prep, because as you know, you don't want to be sitting there while your friends are gathering and you'll be cooking, right? You want to be making simple stuff that's pre-done, and you can really use all these recipes, pre-make most of them, and just finish them off as we go, right? Chip salsa guacamole, big hit everywhere, right? So the idea is that we make the salsa first, and then we make the guac after, using a little bit of the ingredients from the salsa that we just made. So to make a guac, avocados, key ingredient. You want to make sure the avocado is soft to the touch, so when you press it, it actually feels soft. It doesn't matter how soft unless they go black, right? If they're a little bit hard, forget it, because you will never be able to mash this stuff. How to cut an avocado? Simple. Just go around the thing, twist it. You've got it like this. Take a knife, don't be scared. Take a knife, the bottom like that, twist. That's how simple this is, right? Keep the stone. When you prepare a guac in advance, put a stone in it, one, you don't have to put 5 or 6 in. Cover it with cling film, and then cover it with aluminium foil. Why? The air, the oxidation of the air will oxidize the look of the avocado, as does the light. So light and air are the stuff that make your guacamole, when you make it, go brown or black or brown. It will not prevent it completely from going a little different shade, but that's okay, because all you have to do once you then open it, just give it one fold in, and it looks fresh and green as it should, right? So that's okay. So this one, do the same thing. Keep working. Make sure you've got enough good ones here. When we take a bowl, we put this avocado in the bowl. How do you take the avocado out? Very simple, with a spoon. You don't have to worry about anything. You just take a spoon, and you do the same as a mango. If you ever done a mango, same thing. You just take it, scoop it, get it all out, especially the stuff that's close to the skin, because that's where all the beautiful green color sits, right? And lots of the vitamins. That's all we have to do. And that's what's beeping is the induction. Because I'm working with metal on top of induction. Everybody has an induction stove at home? You guys? What do you want? Best thing since sliced bread. I can tell you. I've just put one in my house a year ago. Except for the people. It's quite nice. What's the concept of induction is, you have this, you probably can see this, right? It's a beautiful surface that's clean. So those of you who have a gas stove at home, when you messed up, right? You got it clean for like 5 hours. Yeah, something boils over, or you fry something, there's fat everywhere. My house, I have this. Amazing. I take paper, I put a newspaper down, I cook, I fold the newspaper, throw it in my recycle, and my stove is clean. My wife didn't like it in the beginning because she didn't like the electric buttons thing. You know? She loves it now because she doesn't have to clean up anymore, right? Give you a quick demo actually. Who wants to give me $100? Nobody? Oh. I make a, hey, I'm paying you a demo. Let's get a pot. Needs to be stainless steel, needs to be magnetic. Because it works on the basis of magnetism, right? Just put it in. Nobody wants to give me $100. I'll find something myself here. Okay, 5, I will 10. Put $10 under. What happens when you do that at home? If you don't have induction? Burns. Correct. So we're going to switch this on. And you have to do this. Be patient with your finger here. And we're going to go to 9, which is the highest. There are several benefits to induction. It's the fastest way of cooking anything. I'll give you an example. A liter of water on gas, on a normal gas stove that has, on a good gas stove, like a Viking or Wolf, that has 14,000 BTUs, probably takes 2.5 minutes. On an electric stove, Saran hob, it takes probably 3.5 to 4 minutes. On induction, it takes 1.5 minutes. So this was cold water I just put in here. You can already see it steaming.
What about the control?
The controls are fantastic because actually they could be even more accurate, but the commercial manufacturers for household goods gave it a 1 to 9 and a power 1. Because they figured that most people can't understand temperatures when they boil or cook something. But we actually have one in my former home where you can control by temperature, and it gets to, if you want 55, 55. So look at this. This was what? Less than a minute, right? The beauty about all of this is this. Nothing happens. And if you have children or young children, it's okay. No, nothing happens. Now, it does get hot, but it only gets hot because of the transfer of heat that we just heated up. But it doesn't go, and your kids won't go and go, oh, I burnt and stuff. And the other beauty is it doesn't get hot anywhere else but where there's contact. So I can put my hand right here. It's boiling, and there's 0 temperature where my finger is. 0.
Do you need special cookware for it?
Stainless steel. It has to be magnetic. So if you can stick a magnet on it, it'll work. But all the cookware today has actually the little emblems on it, what they're good for. And it will say induction as one of those emblems. It has a little sort of round things and lines through it. Just want to show you this because I think this is absolutely amazing and wonderful. And if you don't have one, I tell you, since I put mine in, my wife has changed her mind completely. So, that's a cook. What am I doing? Where's the garbage? You're the garbage? You need a fork? That's all you need, right? You need a fork. The avocados. And we just smash them against the side of the bowl. And you can use, any bowl, anything, smash them up. Some of them just a little bit tough. The bowl is just a little bit too big. What we're going to do, we're going to put a bit of the lime juice in here. So we're going to take a lime. We're going to make sure it doesn't. I'm going to show you something how to make lime juice. Very cool. If you don't have one of those beautiful squeezers, some people have these juice things. Take your fork in it, and make it a squeezer. Right? Very simple, very quick. We're going to put a little bit more in there. And that's that. So we keep mashing this with the lime juice, so that will also help, besides giving an acidity, which is what you want in a fatty fruit, it will give you also the prevention of turning the color into another color. Right? That's it. Very simple. So we've got our salsa, which we have somewhere. There, we mixed it already, look at that. What we didn't show you, but Louis I'm sure did, we added these Asian ingredients to it. A little bit of lemongrass. Everybody knows what lemongrass? I've seen lemongrass. Very, very fragrant. If you want to use lemongrass just for cooking, what you want to do is you just want to smash it. And then you smell, it's like beautiful, fresh, fragrant smell. You find this in every Asian store. I'm sure you find it even in home stores these days. When you use lemongrass so as a flavor, you can do 2 things. You can just slowly cook it in a little bit of water to get some of that flavor out. And that tenderizes it just a little bit. If you want to use it raw and keep it raw, use the bottom piece only, the root area, chop it really fine. And that gives you a flavor, but you don't have that crunchy. Because when you go up here, it all changes. So Louis made the salsa. So basically took those ingredients that we just had. And if you follow the recipe, there is a little bit of ginger that's in here. There's a little bit of lemongrass that's in here. And we use a little bit of fish sauce to flavor it for salt. So we use fish sauce instead of salt. Right? Vietnamese Thai. And I'm going to just taste this to make sure he did a good job. And if he hasn't, then it's not bad for Mexican. A little spicy. Louis worked for me for many years, so I can say that. I might just need a little bit more salt. That's about it. So we've got a little of that. We've got a little of that. easiest thing to do is that. And then, do you have some cilantro?
Yes, chop up.
We have some cilantro. And we add a little bit more cilantro to this. If you look at the two recipes in the book, this recipe on its own would now have fish sauce and would now have ginger and everything else. But because I already have it in here, I don't need to repeat it. So it's the easy way out, right? And as we said earlier, we're talking about how can I make stuff easy, quick for my friends at home and have a quick party I have to put together. We put a little bit of salt and pepper in here, or fish sauce. So the only thing really what we did, we added a little bit extra cilantro to this whole thing.